Lordy, lordy, lordy. I said lordy, so we can't be copywritten. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Go ahead and get into it. Go ahead and get into it.
Back. It's all back.
Hi, everybody. My name is Faye.
And once again, I am Erby.
And welcome back to I'm a Fan, the show where we talk shit or fan out about Drag Race. Do I make you horny, baby?
You look devilishly beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Sin. Such a sin. On this blessed Sunday that we're recording.
Literally on a Sunday. On a Sunday during Lent.
During Lent.
So today we're talking about UK episode 8 of series 2. Woo, okay.
At least a bit about what the girls said about her and how they've been underestimating her this whole entire time, and she has not gotten a badge yet.
And she's the only one left without a badge. Sister's gone now. So Ellie is just like alone, and all these like girls being like, look at my badge. I have 2 badges for my titties. And she's just like, okay. All right, well.
I would be tight if I was her too. Ahura is always getting on her case. You know, she's been doing that for the last 2 weeks or so. And that's the case in this episode too. And Ellie kind of stands up for herself and basically lets the audience know that she's going to do whatever she needs to do to prove these girls wrong.
Some strong foreshadowing in the first little bit of this episode, because we're about to get into the real nitty gritty now.
Yep.
So it's a brand new day in the workroom, and Rue comes in and lets them know that the mini challenge is going to be mask for mask singer. So the girls are going to have to get into macho drag, which also, by the way, just say drag king. Just say drag king. Like, drag kings exist. We can talk about them. They exist. I know that they aren't allowed or haven't been on the show, but they exist. They should be on the show, or there should be a drag king equivalent, or just, you know, some competition show for just drag performers. Well, actually, saying that, shout out to Dragula.
Yes, Dragula.
Because Dragula's like, do you do drag? I don't care what type of drag you do. You can come on here. Lovely. But yeah, so the girls get into macho drag to perform Rue's song Kitty Girl, which is also a bop. It's just like I don't go out of my way to be like, you know, let me listen to some RuPaul songs, but every time I hear one, I'm like, damn, the producers really know what they're doing. Like, it just gets like right up in here and just stays for days on days.
Honestly, every time I hear a Ru song on the show, I have to go and look it up, and then I get sucked into the rabbit hole. So they're doing, you know, Ru, she's smart.
I do have to say though, peanut butter is the jam. I don't know if you've heard peanut butter yet.
I did.
That's the one. Like when it gets the must be chili cause jam don't shake, like that's the one. That's the one for me. That's the one for me. I love it. Okay.
Okay. All right. Yes.
Anyway. So all the girls go and perform a drag king version of Kitty Girl.
There's some people who really, you know, looked amazing and just went all out. I loved Ellie's look. I did.
Yes.
I thought, her look was just really cool.
I think Ellie did great. I also think that like Taste did really well, because like I think the challenge was to like butcher the song. So like I think they both did great.
Lawrence was also pretty funny, I think, and out there. So I enjoyed watching Lawrence too.
Everybody did like incredibly bad, but also great for the challenge.
Yes.
So Ellie ends up winning. And then Rue announces the Maxi Challenge, which is going to be a stand-up comedy special starring the last 5 girls. This challenge is the one that always makes me the most nervous.
Stand-up is not easy. I guess everybody knows that. So when I heard that they were doing it, I immediately my jaw dropped, because I knew that a lot of people were going to suffer and struggle with this. I already knew the 2 people who were going to have the easiest time. Lawrence, and Bimini.
Right.
But everybody else was in, like, I don't want to curse, but like they're in for it, basically.
In some deep shit.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. They were in some
Period.
deep shit.
The other three girls, I was definitely like, ooh, ooh, oh. I felt like part of me thought that like Taste could possibly be fine, but she
Yeah.
could also be really bad. So I don't know. Because Ellie won the mini challenge, she then gets to pick the order. So
Yeah.
she chooses, and I'm gonna go over who the order, and then
Okay.
we're gonna talk about what we need to talk about for this. Okay. So she
Mm.
decides that Ahura is going first,
Mm.
then she is going second, Bimini will go third,
Third.
Lawrence will go fourth, and then Taste will close the show. Ahura and Lawrence are pissed the fuck off. It is a competition. And
Mm-hmm.
Ahura and Lawrence are the main two who have been like, well, Ellie, we don't view you as competition. You don't have a badge, blah, blah, blah. They were like, in the beginning of the episode, they were getting on her case. So now she's like, okay, well, I'm going to be strategic and, be competition now and like, make an order where like I could possibly shine and the people that I don't want to shine don't shine.
I don't know what they were expecting. I guess, sisterhood and, like, that's great and it's important. But they really were coming for her for 2 weeks now. And, in many ways, I think it was not deserving. Like, they didn't need to be on her so much. So I wasn't surprised when, especially Ahura, I was surprised when she kind of threw Ahura under the bus like that by putting her first, knowing that Ahura is not a comedy queen. And Lawrence, honestly, I don't really know too much about why Lawrence was complaining so much. You're good. Like, you'll be fine wherever you're put. I mean, yeah, Bimini is great, and she was upset because she was going right after Bimini, and
Yeah.
but like, I still think that she got in her head too much. At the end of the day, except for Ahura, because Ahura, yeah, starting off first sucks. It's tough.
Yeah.
Everybody else, though, I think you're fine. Like, just do what you got to do and make sure you stand out.
I will say she did screw everyone over with the placements, but like it is a competition. So if you have to screw everyone over with the placements, if you know that you aren't necessarily super strong in this, of course you screw everybody over. She wants to stay, she wants to win. So of course she's gonna put herself in the best possible spot and then put you in the worst spot possible. I probably would have done the same exact thing. Not even gonna sugarcoat it or BS it. I would have done the exact same thing.
But yeah, and they were upset.
Yeah, they took it entirely too personal. And I was so glad that like both Taste and Bimini were like, it is what it is. It's a competition. I'm just gonna do what I can do for me and then whatever. But like Ahura and Lawrence, like it carried through the whole episode. They were like, I am pissed, bitch.
Taste opened up about
Beans,
her relationship and like the whole aspect, because the theme is love, right? The theme for the stand-up is like love and heartbreak,
relationships,
and relationships. So she kind of opened up a little bit about having only one boyfriend, I believe it was, right? She only had the one boyfriend, or she thought of him as a boyfriend at the time, I guess. But then it leading to something worse, and she closed herself off from people after that experience, and she hasn't really been able to open up to anyone else. She hasn't been in a relationship before, so after that, I mean, it was really a moment where this beautiful person, inside and out, is telling us she feels like shit sometimes.
Lawrence being next to her and chatting and being the one to talk with her about this really just was great because it allowed Lawrence to kind of like see what it's hard to see when you're not conventionally attractive, when conventionally attractive people have problems oftentimes when you aren't conventionally attractive. I mean, I wouldn't
I don't know about that.
right, I wouldn't know about it at all. it can be like, when conventionally attractive people say like, oh, I can never find someone. It's like, really, like you kind of have like a oh, type of moment, but like it really is like, something that everyone goes through, you never know anyone's story, so you can never really be like, oh, I'm sure you have it easy, I'm sure blah 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 blah, because you really never know what anyone has gone through or is going through currently.
I agree. I think Lawrence is the perfect person to have had that conversation with her because we all know Lawrence's problems with self-love and self-acceptance and with the way she is perceived. So yeah, it just goes to show like it really starts from within, y'all.
I think from a narrative perspective, this is really good for Lawrence's like character arc. I'm hoping that like through this arc we see Lawrence become I'm hoping through this arc we see Lawrence become more confident by the end of the season.
Yeah, me too.
Because Lawrence is actually really, really stunning and cute. I'ma say it. She cute out of drag. I said it.
Cute. She is
and cute. What you gonna do about it, Lawrence? Take me on a date.
Right.
Take me on a date.
She's so cute. I think Lawrence will take you on a great date.
I'm waiting. I'm here in America.
And balls in your court.
6 hours behind you, waiting on you. Come on now. Come on now. So we go into the performances. First up is Ahura. What did you think of Ahura's performance?
I was so uncomfortable, but at the same time, I was laughing. And maybe it was because I was so uncomfortable. I kind of like vulgar humor, I do, but then like when it's not the right place for it, like right?
Yeah, no, definitely not the right place or time, but
yeah, like it was a lot.
Can I say that I thought it was so great? For the BBC, probably not, but like for me, Faye, watching it at home, I was gagged. I loved it. Had I gone to watch her do a stand-up special and she'd been vulgar and nasty like that, I would have loved it. I would have loved it.
I also feel like there was a I don't want to say lack of confidence, maybe that's the word, but like
for sure.
When you're going for the vulgar, you're going for that, you have to really go for it. You have to do it. You have to do it confidently, 100%. And I felt like there was a bit of hesitation and self-awareness and her being self-conscious of it all, maybe because of the notes that she got from Adam before. I was still laughing and I was still like hiding and like I know too much about Horace Nan and I don't know if that's okay.
Yeah, I do agree with you. I think the confidence was like wavering at points, but also it's really hard when like you're actually not in front of like an audience, you're just in front of like 4 people. If they happen to not like the joke or like, chuckle even a little bit and you don't hear it, you're just like, okay, well, to my next joke, it doesn't give you that confidence boost to be like, all right, they like that one. Let me keep moving, or somebody liked it. Somebody in the room like, haha, if somebody in the room was like, haha, then it would be like, okay, work. I'm gonna keep going. I'm working for you, this one person.
Based off of the editing, they were laughing, probably because it was so uncomfortable.
But yeah.
But you don't know that if you're on stage, like you're just gonna be like, oh wait, they're laughing. And I wish you just took that and like just went for it completely without, and then judge herself after when she got off the stage,
Next we have Ellie Diamond. I don't know, maybe my standards are low. I don't know, but like I don't know. It's because I expect the stand-up challenge to go so poorly or so well for people that when they just do like, well or okay, then I'm like, well, good. That's great. That's amazing.
Ellie, another one where I felt kind of uncomfortable. Like, should I be laughing? Should I not be laughing? What am I laughing at? Like, there was a lot of questions because the voice, like, okay, the voice that D like that kind of mocked. I liked it, but I think at some point I kind of got over it. I was like, okay. I don't know if that's because the timing of the jokes was off. I think she started off well. I do. And in the middle and the latter half, I was like, all right, well, I think she started getting the punchlines weren't landing as much for me.
I think the best thing that could have happened was had she subverted expectation with like the last joke. That would have really like took it up a little bit more. If the voice like had come in and said something really like chill and nice, you know, that would have been cute. Or like had she like gotten the position for the voice and then been like, yeah, I just really like long walks on the beach, you know, like it had been like,
Right.
you know, something like
Yes.
something to subvert expectation near the end,
Yes.
I think really would have like taken it up a notch.
Now, Bimini, she came out here with all these different catchphrases that I'm gonna be saying for the rest of my life. Not a joke, just a fact. Okay, can I get a gay man? You know, things that we know, but like the fact that she took them and really used them to her advantage and like created an identity up there on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I know who this comedian is. She can be a little bit raunchy, but she brings it in, and you know, I respected that, and I thought her jokes were planned out really, really well.
She did what like, you know, what we were talking about, which is subvert expectation. She was brilliant the entire time and she was relaxed as well,
Yeah.
which is the most comforting thing about like a stand-up comedian. Like if you can make the audience feel at ease, you pretty much have them in the palm of your hand to like, you know, just
Yeah.
set up and then go.
Right. You don't want the audience to worry about you while you're up there, you know?
Speaking of which, we have Lawrence Cheney. I thought she did a great job too. I agree with the judges. She was very long-winded. But overall, I think she did a great job. I think when she got to the punchlines, they were great.
Chunky and spunky puss. Like I love that. That's a great way to start the show. I love the beginning, and yeah, she was definitely long-winded. Like that story about her coming out, I was like, all right, girl, get to it, get to the
Get
point.
to the punchline.
I think if it was shorter, a lot shorter, and she had time to say some more jokes, I think she probably would have been my favorite.
Overall, she did a phenomenal job.
See, what's she complaining about?
And then last but not least, we have Taste. I really enjoyed what Taste did. It was dumb. And you know I love some stupid humor. So like I was about it actually. When she started talking about beans on toast and like really just diving into it, I was like, oh yeah, baby, tell me more about beans on toast. Tell me, tell me. What do you love? Ketchup? Weird. Okay, keep going.
I don't know what beans on toast is.
I think it's literally baked beans on toast.
Yum.
You know, they're British. You know what I
I'm not. I'm
mean?
not judging. I'm not. I'm
Like
not judging.
I'm gonna judge a little bit. Like y'all food is not great, so I don't expect y'all to be like, you know, the experts on like what is really good food. So when she was talking about it, I was like, go off, baby, go off about your beans and toast. Go ahead.
I kind of wish she went back to the beans on toast thing, you know, as being her the love of her life, you know, instead of
Yeah,
constantly reminding us how she's never been in a relationship. And she kept saying things, and she's like, "Oh, we're gonna get to that another day." I'm like, "Well, no, get to it now.
yeah.
It could be funny." And I think she would have been able to do that, but I think she got too in her head.
I think it would have been really funny had it been like super intentional, but it wasn't intentional. Had she done something like, you know, it really reminds me of that time I ended up like, you know, vomiting all over a cow and tumbling down a side of a cliff with a syringe in between my ass cheeks. But that's a story for another day. You know, like if you gave like essentially everything that happened at the end of the story, and then you're like, but that's a story for another day.
It would have been a great catchphrase. You're right. It would have been,
Right.
you know, if she had set up and basically tell the whole joke, and for it to be so outlandish and crazy,
Exactly.
and for us to be concerned, like, should we call the cops or are you okay? Like, and then she's like, oh no, that's the story for that.
I'll tell you about it later. All right, and then we have the runway, runway, runway.
Okay, stop that, stop it, fake, stop it. Stop.
Stoned on the runway. Oh my God, can I be in color for like 5 seconds?
You look good. You look good, girl. You look good.
Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you. First out, we have Ahura. What did you think of Ahura?
I liked it. I really did enjoy it. I think she looked beautiful, dripping with diamonds with her IV bag. I thought it was really fun. The bodysuit. I think I am. Oh, where am I? With this? I am a fan. I'm a fan.
Yeah, no, I really, really enjoyed this. I'm gonna say that I'm a fan as well. Ellie Diamond, what did you think of Ellie?
Ellie looking like a beautiful ice queen, snow queen, what have you. I really did enjoy it. I love the nails. I love her. She has a great eye for detail. I really appreciate that. I think she looks beautiful, but I think that I am starting to like expect a lot like the same stuff from Ellie, the same kind of looks, same kind of silhouette. Like I kind of, and I don't know if that's bad because she still manages to make each look different, but I'm kind of hoping to see more versatility and just I want her to like go beyond my expectations.
It has gotten to a point where it is a tad bit predictable, but I do think that she always does look stunning whenever she comes out on that runway. I'm gonna give this a fan.
Yeah, definitely a fan for me too.
Bimini, Bon, Boulash, literally just being everything and more. I mean, do I even have to talk about it? Like I stand. Like it it she when she and then she on the and the with the and the oh the jacket the with the like and the fake and the way that she just like walked in like she just stand.
She breathed. She breathed that one time, and I was like,
Yo, that breath, stand.
I understand everything everybody does.
Absolutely stunning. It like if we talk about subvert expectations, like Bimini has become just a pro at just like giving us something that we were not expecting and it being the most glamorous, high fashion thing on the runway. The fact that she made zits look good.
Like, what? And then the choker thing that she had, she looked like she had zits all over her neck. Oh my god, it was so disgusting. It was so good.
All right, and then we have Lawrence Chaney, something that I was 110,000% not expecting from Lawrence, but really, really was phenomenal. Her body always looks good, but this just accentuated it so well. Like she really turned it out this runway. I'm a huge, huge, huge stan of this look.
I'm a huge fan of it. Like you, I did not expect this from Lawrence Chaney. And this is the perfect time to really start going outside the box and make yourself stand out even more. Going back to what I was saying about Ellie, I need more of this because I think these are the girls that are going to make it to top 3, top 2, if they keep going this route.
Taste. So I will say for Ahura, Ellie, and Taste, I essentially look at all 3 of these outfits as incredibly gorgeous and beautiful, but also comparatively looking at like Bimini and Lawrence, who really just like stepped it the fuck up this runway. I have to say that like they weren't comparable for me. It was very much like Bimini and Lawrence, and then like the rest of the 3. That being said, Taste did look absolutely phenomenal. She was stunning as per usual. So I'm gonna give this one a fan.
I'm a fan as well for the exact same reason. She looks beautiful, but it doesn't push the boundaries. Doesn't go farther than what we know she can go. Just taking a risk, but have them all thought out and make them good.
Yeah. To no one's surprise, Bimini wins the Maxi Challenge and wins her 3rd Rupita badge, tying her with Lawrence. So now they both have 3 badges. Bimini at this point is she's been for a while, but she's my pick to win. I really think Bimini's gonna take it.
I think so too. It's hers to lose, and I don't think she's gonna lose it, but we'll see.
To go from like bottom 2 the first week to then tying with Lawrence at first place. It's gorgeous. I love it. I love it. So then we have Taste and Ahura as our bottom 2. Do you agree?
I do agree. Yes, I do. I saw it coming, but it still hurts. And
Yeah.
the best friends going at it, like,
Yep. Absolutely agree. It very much felt like, okay, yeah, this is like I don't smell a full stunt, but like it's kind of a stunt. So they both lip sync too. Let me see. Let me get it right.
oh, I got it for you right here. Do I? No, I don't. I lied. I lied. It's a lie.
It's okay. It's
It's a
okay. I
lie.
got it. I got it. They lip sync to "You Don't Have to Say You Love Me" by Dusty Springfield. In my opinion, they both do really, really well.
I definitely enjoy both performances. I didn't really know where Rue was going to land, who she was going to choose. It was very passionate, felt it from them. I kind of was leaning more towards Taste. Yeah, Taste definitely had me more emotionally connected, just a little bit, just a little bit.
I have to say, I wasn't expecting Ahura to turn it out as well as she did. So I was very pleasantly surprised, and I actually really enjoyed what she did. I thought that they were going to send Taste home. So I was very shocked when they told Ahura to sashay away and for Taste to Shantae, you stay. I think Taste is an amazing lip syncer and is phenomenal. But for me, I enjoyed watching Ahura more.
It was just painful
Yeah.
to watch either one of them go home. It would have been painful.
Yeah, honestly. But now Taste has made UK Drag Race history by being the first person to survive 3 lip syncs.
Do you think that at the end of the day, even though Bimini won that badge, do you think that Ellie is the one who really won, even though, she didn't win the badge, but like, she got to send basically a horror home. I think Ellie is a happy camper, low key.
I think she probably, I mean, she stated in the episode that she felt guilty about it. Which, Lawrence was like, don't say that you feel guilty, but you still did it. Like, which is like, okay, Lawrence, like, let's bring it down. Let's bring it down. I don't think she's happy that, Ahura went home, but at the same point in time, I'm sure she's happy that she stayed and got through it and went to the top 4. It just kind of is what it is. Like, somebody was gonna go home, and she just didn't want to be that somebody.
We'll see what happens next week after all of this.
Yes, we will. So all in all, before we head out, I have to ask, are you a fan of this week's episode?
The tea was hot with this one. It was kind of hot. So I have to say I was a fan.
Yeah, the girls were fighting. I will definitely say I was a fan of this episode as well. I think not only for like, the fights and everything, but also I think like, there was some good little like story bits as well with Case and Lawrence that made the episode interesting to watch from that perspective as well. So yeah, I will say I'm a fan. I'm a fan. That is it for this episode. So we will go ahead and dip out, and we will hopefully see y'all next week. We're not consistent, so I can't say same time, but it'll be at the same channel. It'll be right here, baby. So
right here.
We'll see you later.
Definitely gonna happen next week.
It'll definitely be next week, and it'll definitely be at this channel, but that's all I can guarantee.
With the 2 of us.
With the 2 of us. Well,
yeah.
Actually, I've been meaning to talk to you, Erby. No, I'm kidding.